Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 10 and today's lesson 7, last lesson for this topic. So let's start page 457 in your book.
Solve these problems any way you choose. Explain patterns you see. 63 plus 28 equals blank. 263 plus 128 equals blank.
Okay, so we know that we have different ways. We can use open number lines, we can use partial sums, and we can also use the place value blocks. So let's see our video and come back and answer these questions.
How is adding 3-digit numbers like adding 2-digit numbers? You can use what you know and look for things that repeat. You can check your work as you add each place. Use two open number lines. To add 36 to 24, start at 24. Add 30, then 6. To add 136 to 324, start at 324. Add 100, then 30, then 6. The number you land on is the sum. 24 plus 36 equals 60. 324 plus 136 equals 460. Look for what repeats. What do you notice? Select your answer.
All right. We can see that the tens and the ones and the tens and the ones and both addends in my first question, same. Tens and the ones here and tens and the ones here. Here I don't have 100. Here we have 100. So do we add 106 in both or add 30 and 6 in both? Okay, so we use repeating. Here we call it repeating.
In both additions, you add 30 and 6. You can also use partial sums. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 20 plus 30 equals 50. 300 plus 100 equals 400. You used repeated reasoning. You added the same ones to ones and tens to tens in both problems. 24 plus 36 equals 60. 324 plus 136 equals 460.
So as you see, the tens and the ones for both addends are the same and the sum the same. So 24 plus 36 equals 60, and over here the same, but I have the 100, 300, and 100 that make 460. So what we did the reasoning, or I repeated the adding for the tens and the ones. All right, let's go for our guided practice, page 458 in your book, and see what we have. Okay, use repeated reasoning to solve the two problems. Circle the digits that are the same in the sums. Explain why the sums are different. So this is an example of what we have, like the previous question. 57 plus 29, and we have here 157 plus 229. So let's see the first one. We have 57 and 29. So what am I doing here? I'm adding the ones. 7 plus 9 equals 16, and 50 and 20, 5 tens and 2 tens equals 70. So the answer is 86. Let's put this down. All right, so let's do this together. what do we have? I have 157 plus 229. All right. So what we're going to do, let's count the ones. 7 plus 9 equals 16. And then 50 plus 20 equals 70. And then 100 plus 200 equals 300. Okay, so let's put this here. So this is the beginning. And this is what we add. And now we need to put the total. So 6, 1 and 7, 8, and then 3. So it's going to be 386. Let's write this down here. Here. And one more time, put it down here. All right. So let's explain the addends and the sum in the first problem. Doesn't include the hundreds. We only have the tens and the ones. And then we add the hundreds for the second problem. So let's write this down. We will say that the addends and sum in the first question or the first problem include the hundreds. It's only, as we say, the tens and the ones. But the second one are including the hundreds. Okay, so this is your explanation. And as we see here. Okay, so let's go back to our first question in your book, page 457. And now use what we learned to answer this question.
Solve these problems any way you choose. Explain patterns you see. 63 plus 28 equals blank. 263 plus 128 equals blank.
Okay, so let's do this, and we can use anything, any strategies you like. So if you like to use the open number line, you can use the number line. If you want to use the value blocks, you can do that, or we can use the partial sum. All right, so I'm going to use the partial sum here, but you can use any strategy that you like to use. So let's see what we have first. 63 plus 28. Okay, so I'm adding the ones. All right, so 8 plus 3 equals 11. Let's push it way down. And then 6, 10, and 2 10s, 60 and 80 equals 80. So now I know that I have 91. All right, so the answer would be 91. Okay, let's see the second question we have. So what do we have for the second one? We have 263 plus 128. Okay. So again, my ones, 3 plus 8 equals 11. Then 2 tens and 6 tens, 20 and 60 equals 80. And 200 plus 100 equals 300. Okay, so now let's see. I have 300. I have 9 in 1. And that's our answer. And that's our answer for the first one. So we can see that when we started with 63 plus 28, we can add up tens and ones. And over here, we have 263 plus 128. We started with that. We added the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So we added 2 tens and 8 ones in both problem. You can say that. Oops. All right. So that's the explanation or showing how did you do that. Okay, that's it for today's lesson, second graders. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity in your book, page 459 and 460. And that was the last lesson for our topic 10. Thank you.